Jail. Kansas City been in for a month.
What about the other one?
Catherine Collins been in a Seattle hospital for the past 3 months, TB ward.
In the early 1950s, the casting process for the groundbreaking TV series Dragnet took center stage in Hollywood. The show's creator, Jack Webb, had a clear vision of the characters he wanted to bring to life. He sought actors who could embody the no-nonsense, just-the-facts persona that would become the hallmark of this classic. For the lead role of Sergeant Joe Friday, Webb looked no further than himself. Having played a similar character in the radio show Pat Novak for Hire, he was a natural fit. His intense focus on method acting and dedication to the role helped create one of television's most iconic characters. The search for Friday's partner, Officer Ben Romero, proved to be more challenging. Webb and the casting directors held numerous auditions, looking for an actor who could match his intensity and bring authenticity to the role. Enter Barton Yarborough, a seasoned radio actor with experience in police dramas. His chemistry with Webb was undeniable, and he was cast as Friday's original partner. Sadly, Yarborough passed away after the first season, leading to the introduction of Officer Frank Smith, played by Ben Alexander. Alexander, a former child actor, had worked with Webb in the past, and was chosen for his ability to bring warmth and humor to the otherwise serious show. His easygoing demeanor provided a stark contrast to Webb's intense portrayal of Friday, creating a dynamic that resonated with audiences. Throughout the casting process, Webb and the producers focused on finding actors who could bring authenticity to their roles. They sought out character actors with experience in radio and film, looking for those who could embody the spirit of the Los Angeles Police Department. The result was a show that would leave an indelible mark on television history, forever changing the landscape of police dramas.
Quite a bit.
That's not what they tell us down where you work.
You had no business in the neighborhood of that school.
The director of Dragnet, Jack Webb, brought a unique vision to this classic TV series. With a background in radio, Webb was drawn to realistic, no-nonsense storytelling. He approached each episode with a focus on authenticity, insisting on accurate police procedures and language. This dedication to realism gave the show a distinctive style that set it apart from other crime dramas of the time. Webb's creative influences included his own experiences as a radio producer and his fascination with the Los Angeles Police Department. He was particularly interested in the day-to-day work of police officers and wanted to portray it accurately on screen. This led to a collaboration with the LAPD, which provided consulting services for the show. In terms of style, Webb favored a straightforward, minimalist approach. He used tight camera shots and sparse sets to create a sense of realism and immediacy. The dialogue was delivered in a matter-of-fact manner, with little emotion or embellishment. This style was a deliberate choice, designed to reflect the no-nonsense attitude of the police officers depicted in the show. Webb's collaborative approach extended to the cast and crew of Dragnet. He worked closely with his writers, actors, and technicians to ensure that everyone was on the same page. He encouraged input and suggestions, believing that a collaborative environment fostered better ideas and execution. This approach paid off, as the show became a hit with audiences and critics alike. In conclusion, the directorial vision behind Dragnet was one of authenticity, realism, and collaboration. Jack Webb's dedication to accurate police procedures and language, combined with his minimalist style and collaborative approach, resulted in a classic TV series that continues to resonate with audiences today.
Merchants in the downtown and suburban shopping centers. Clerks were especially warned to be on the lookout for the precautions.
Dragnet, a groundbreaking TV series that first aired in 1951, has become an enduring symbol of the industry. Its realistic and straightforward approach to storytelling, combined with its focus on law enforcement, has made it a classic that continues to resonate with audiences today. The show's creator, Jack Webb, starred as Sergeant Joe Friday, a no-nonsense detective who worked to solve cases with his partner. The show's simple, straightforward language and format made it accessible to a wide audience, and its focus on realism set it apart from other shows of the time. One of the reasons for Dragnet's enduring popularity is its ability to tackle a wide range of social issues. From juvenile delinquency to drug addiction, the show addressed many of the challenges facing society in the 1950s. This made it a powerful tool for sparking conversation and raising awareness about important issues. As we delve deeper into this classic TV series, we'll uncover some surprising and fascinating facts. From funny anecdotes to shocking revelations, there's something for everyone in this iconic show. One of the most memorable aspects of Dragnet is the distinctive opening narration, which begins with the famous line, "Ladies and gentlemen, the story you are about to see is true. Only the names have been changed to protect the innocent." This simple introduction set the tone for the entire series, emphasizing its commitment to realism and authenticity. As we explore the many roles in this classic TV series, we'll discover why so many actors were drawn to work on the show. From recurring characters to guest stars, each actor brought something unique to the table, helping to create a rich and diverse cast of characters. Out of all the roles in the show, Sergeant Joe Friday remains a fan favorite. With his no-nonsense attitude and unwavering dedication to justice, Friday became a symbol of law enforcement and a role model for viewers. Do you have a favorite episode or character from Dragnet? We'd love to hear your stories and memories in the comments below. Whether you were a fan of the original series or discovered it later through reruns, this classic show has left a lasting impact on generations of viewers. As we continue to explore the world of Dragnet, we'll uncover even more fascinating facts and stories. From the show's impact on popular culture to its enduring legacy, there's always something new to discover in this iconic TV series. So stay tuned, because there's much more to come.
How about this room over here? Is that a storage room?
Oh, that's a linen closet.
In the early 1950s, the production of Dragnet brought a new level of realism to television. The set design was meticulously detailed, with every prop and piece of furniture carefully chosen to create an authentic atmosphere. The creators wanted to present a realistic portrayal of police work, so they paid close attention to accuracy. For instance, when filming interior scenes, the production team built a functional police station set, complete with real office equipment and operational jail cells. They even went so far as to install a working switchboard and real typewriters to ensure authenticity. This approach helped establish a sense of credibility and immersion that was unusual for television at the time. When it came to filming locations, the producers often used actual locations around Los Angeles to lend further authenticity to the series. They filmed exterior scenes in and around the city, capturing landmarks and streetscapes that were instantly recognizable to local viewers. This decision to use real-world settings helped ground the series in reality and added to its overall appeal. However, filming on location presented its own set of challenges. Coordinating with local authorities, obtaining permits, and managing crowds were just a few of the logistical hurdles the production team had to overcome. To minimize disruptions, they often filmed during off-peak hours, such as early mornings or late evenings, to ensure the least amount of interference with regular traffic and business operations. Despite these challenges, the production team persevered, employing innovative techniques to streamline their operations. For example, they used specially designed mobile production units, which allowed them to film on location while still having access to necessary equipment and facilities. This mobile setup proved invaluable in capturing the unique look and feel of Dragnet. In conclusion, the production of Dragnet was a significant undertaking, with the team going to great lengths to ensure authenticity and realism in both set design and location filming. Through their innovative techniques and dedication to detail, they created a classic television series that continues to resonate with audiences today. Let's delve into the fascinating world of Dragnet, a groundbreaking TV series that first aired in 1951. This classic show was known for its innovative approach to storytelling, using a realistic and straightforward style that set it apart from other shows of the time. The series followed the lives of two Los Angeles police officers, Joe Friday and his partner, as they solved various crimes and investigated different cases. The show's creator, Jack Webb, who also starred as Joe Friday, was a visionary in the world of television. He was born on April 2, 1920, and started his career in radio before moving on to TV. Webb's attention to detail and commitment to authenticity were evident in every episode of Dragnet. He insisted on using real police procedures and terminology, and even had real-life police officers consult on the show. Dragnet was also known for its iconic theme music, which was composed by Walter Schumann. The haunting melody, played on a solo trumpet, became instantly recognizable and added to the show's distinctive identity. The impact of Dragnet was far-reaching and enduring. The show's innovative style, and realistic approach to storytelling influenced countless other TV shows and movies. It also helped to shape the public's perception of law enforcement, presenting a more nuanced and humanized view of police work. In conclusion, Dragnet is a true classic that continues to resonate with audiences today. Its groundbreaking style and commitment to authenticity set it apart from other shows of its time, and helped to pave the way for the modern police procedural. Whether you're a fan of classic TV or just appreciate well-crafted storytelling, Dragnet is definitely worth a watch.
You got it, everybody. This is it, huh?
In the 1950s, the TV series Dragnet brought a new level of realism to the small screen. A significant part of this realism was due to the music that accompanied the show. The man behind the Dragnet sound was composer Walter Schumann. Schumann's score, with its distinctive four-note dum-da-dum-dum motif, became as famous as the show itself. Schumann's music was a perfect fit for the no-nonsense, straightforward style of Dragnet. The composer used a small ensemble, primarily consisting of a jazz rhythm section and a woodwind quartet, to create a minimalist, yet highly effective score. The music was often sparse, punctuating the action on screen rather than overpowering it. This approach was a departure from the lush orchestrations common in film and television music of the time. The soundtrack's creation was a collaborative effort between Schumann and the show's creator, producer, and star, Jack Webb. Webb wanted the music to reflect the show's focus on realism and authenticity. Schumann, with his background in both classical and jazz music, was able to deliver a score that was both unique and complementary to the show's narrative and emotional tone. The iconic dum-da-dum-dum motif, also known as the Dragnet theme, was actually adapted from a piece Schumann had written earlier. The theme's simplicity and repetition were a perfect match for the show's straightforward storytelling. It's a tune that's easily recognizable, even today, more than 6 decades after the show first aired. The musicians involved in recording the Dragnet soundtrack were some of the best in the business. Schumann assembled a tight-knit group of studio musicians who were able to bring his musical vision to life. The ensemble included jazz greats like saxophonist Plas Johnson and drummer Shelly Manne. The Dragnet soundtrack not only complemented the show's narrative and emotional tone, but also helped to establish a new standard for television music. Schumann's minimalist approach, combined with his mastery of both classical and jazz styles, created a unique sound that perfectly matched the show's gritty, realistic style. The music of Dragnet remains a testament to the power of a well-crafted score and the enduring appeal of this classic TV series.
Here it is.
Let's see. Nothing on the first page.
The robbery happened a week ago.
Jack Webb, known for his role in the classic TV show Dragnet, allowed his co-star Harry Morgan to showcase his own sense of humor in the 1967 version of the series. The Los Angeles Police Department valued Dragnet so much that they used its episodes as training films and even named a police academy auditorium after Webb. Martin Milner, who starred alongside Webb in Dragnet, moved on to another buddy series, Adam 12, in 1968. In this show, Milner played Officer Pete Malloy, a seasoned professional assisted by rookie cop Jim Reed, played by Kent McCord. The two leads had a long-lasting friendship that endured until the end of Milner's life. Webb, who produced Adam 12, brought the same realism to police procedures as he did in his Dragnet TV shows. During the 7-year run of Adam 12, both Reed and Malloy received promotions. Milner and Webb had a history that went back to the early 1950s when they worked together in the film halls of Montezuma. Webb had given Milner a role in an early radio version of Dragnet, and later in the TV series itself. When Milner was stationed in Northern California's Fort Ord with the U.S. Army, he would visit Webb in Los Angeles. Webb would create a part for Milner in Dragnet, even if there wasn't one available, so that Milner could earn some extra money.
Some of them verified the fact that Stanford had worked for her almost 2 years. The woman who lived directly...
In the second episode of this classic, The Human Bomb, we find one of the most iconic scenes in Dragnet. The camera focuses on a tense hostage situation, showcasing the director's ability to build suspense. The use of close-ups and limited dialogue keeps the audience on the edge of their seats as they watch Sergeant Friday and his team carefully strategize. Jacketed in a bomb vest, the desperate suspect takes a room full of people captive. Friday, cool and collected, speaks calmly to the suspect, trying to de-escalate the situation. Actor Jack Webb's understated performance is crucial here, as he portrays Friday's determination and empathy without resorting to histrionics. The scene's cinematography is equally impressive. With its stark, minimalist set and dramatic lighting, the viewer's attention remains squarely on the unfolding drama. Cinematographer Jack Marta's clever use of shadows adds to the intensity, making the scene even more memorable. According to Webb, Dragnet was about presenting the truth, the raw, unfiltered reality of police work. We didn't need flashy effects or over-the-top performances to convey that. This iconic scene is a testament to Webb's vision, leaving a lasting impact on audiences and influencing countless police dramas that followed. In the episode The Big Little Jesus, another powerful scene unfolds as Friday and his partner investigate the theft of a small, precious statue from a church. The camera work here is subtle yet effective, panning over the empty glass case where the statue once stood. The emptiness speaks volumes, conveying the sense of violation felt by the church community. As the detectives interview various parishioners, the audience is drawn into the tight-knit community, feeling their shock and sadness. The filmmakers resist the urge to sensationalize the story, instead allowing the characters' emotions to drive the narrative. When the statue is finally recovered, the relief on the faces of the church members is palpable. This scene serves as a poignant reminder of the importance of faith and community, leaving a lasting impression on viewers. These iconic scenes from Dragnet demonstrate the show's enduring appeal. Through subtle performances, innovative cinematography, and thoughtful storytelling, the series continues to resonate with audiences, standing the test of time.
Along with his method of operation, was distributed to every tavern and cocktail lounge in the city.
In 2009, the U.S. Postal Service released a set of commemorative stamps honoring early American television programs, including the iconic Dragnet. The stamp features a picture of Jack Webb, who played Sergeant Joe Friday. This classic series also inspired the fictional Badge of Honor TV series In Light Confidential, where Sergeant Jack Vinson, played by Kevin Spacey, works as a technical consultant and gets teased with the Dragnet catchphrase, "Just the facts." The show's influence extended to fashion, with many titles from the era prominently featuring the color orange. This trend graced both men and women, regardless of their skin tone. In Light Confidential, the Dragnet-inspired series is depicted as a significant aspect of popular culture, reflecting the show's enduring impact on American television. The characters' interactions with the show reveal its resonance in the entertainment industry and society at large. This classic series, Dragnet, continues to be a notable milestone in the annals of television history.
Cause to add to the distress of the two families at this time. If the two missing boys were found alive and well.
Dragnet, a 1950s TV series, made a significant cultural and social impact. The show, known for its realistic portrayal of police work, resonated with audiences seeking authenticity in their entertainment. It introduced a new style of storytelling, focusing on the details of police investigations rather than sensationalism. The series, with its iconic theme music and distinctive narrative style, influenced popular culture. Its catchphrases, such as "Just the facts, ma'am," became part of everyday language. The show's no-nonsense approach to crime-solving influenced later police dramas, setting a standard for realism in the genre. Moreover, the series contributed to discussions on relevant social and cultural themes. It depicted the challenges and realities of law enforcement, provoking thought about crime, justice, and community safety. The show also reflected the societal values and concerns of its time, offering a window into the cultural landscape of the 1950s. In essence, this classic TV series left an indelible mark on popular culture, influencing future television productions and sparking conversations about important social issues. Its enduring appeal attests to its significance in the history of television.
How about that?
What's the matter?
It's wristwatch of mine. You'll have worked the whole...
The concept for the radio series Dragnet, which later became a classic TV show, was inspired by the film noir He Walked by Night. The LAPD officer and technical advisor, Sergeant Marty Wynn, suggested to Jack Webb that he create a radio series based on the work of the LAPD. Much of the TV series was filmed at the Walt Disney Studios in Burbank, SA, as Webb agreed to finance the construction of live-action sets for Disney's production company in exchange for its use. The main character, Joe Friday, and his partners used the radio call sign 1K80 in the series and its sequel. This call sign represented Police Headquarters or Central Division, Investigative Services, and their unit number.
Yes, ma'am. Did they tell you anything at all about the truck this man was driving? Maybe the color, something like that?
Dragnet, the 1951 TV series, received critical acclaim for its innovative approach to crime dramas. The show's creator, Jack Webb, starred as Sergeant Joe Friday, a no-nonsense detective who approached each case with a methodical and relentless pursuit of justice. This classic earned praise for its realistic portrayal of police work, with the New York Times commending its unvarnished presentation of police case histories. Audiences were captivated by the show's unique blend of realism and drama. The straightforward storytelling and authentic dialogue set it apart from other TV series of the time. Viewers appreciated the focus on the facts, with minimal sensationalism, as Friday and his colleagues tirelessly worked to solve each case. The groundbreaking series also earned several accolades. In 1952, Dragnet received an Emmy nomination for Best Mystery, Action, or Adventure Series. Webb's portrayal of Sergeant Friday earned him 2 Emmy nominations for Best Actor in a Leading Role in 1954 and 1955. Although the show didn't take home any Emmys, these nominations highlighted the series' impact on the television industry. The critical reception and awards for Dragnet demonstrate the show's significance in the world of television. The accolades not only recognize the hard work and dedication of the cast and crew, but also validated the show's innovative approach to the crime drama genre. The series' enduring legacy continues to resonate with audiences, as it paved the way for future police procedurals and solidified Jack Webb's place in television history.
We stayed on it. Another 3 days of pounding the pavement, knocking on doors, and asking stock questions.
In the 1960s, Stan Freberg, known for his parodies of popular records, wanted to create a spoof of the Dragnet theme music. However, the show's creator, Jack Webb, was highly protective of this unique theme and rarely allowed others to use it. Freberg approached Webb directly, who fell out of his chair laughing after hearing the parody, and granted Freberg permission to use the Dragnet theme. Webb also released a book called The Badge, featuring stories submitted to the series, but deemed too controversial for adaptation. These stories touched on violent murder, rape, and child molestation, subjects that were sanitized for television standards in the show. However, the book contained explicit details. Barton Yarborough, who portrayed Friday's first partner, fell ill during the production of the 3rd episode. He was expected to return, but unfortunately, he died of a heart attack on the day the episode was completed. In the opening of the show, Friday stated, "My partner's Ben Romero," but Yarborough never returned, leaving a void in the series.
In the files of the Los Angeles Police Department, there are countless case histories that never...
In the early 1950s, the cast and crew of Dragnet faced numerous challenges while filming this classic TV series. For instance, Jack Webb, who played Sergeant Joe Friday, was known for his meticulous attention to detail. During the filming of one episode, he insisted on using genuine police records for authenticity. This led to long hours of research and script rewrites, but it ultimately paid off with a more realistic and engaging show. The tight budgets of early television also presented challenges. To save money, the show's creators often used practical locations instead of building sets. In one episode, they filmed a car chase scene on the actual streets of Los Angeles, causing quite a stir among local residents. Despite these challenges, the cast and crew formed a close-knit community. They often spent their free time together, exploring the city or relaxing at local hangouts. Jack Webb, in particular, was known for his camaraderie and loyalty. He frequently praised the cast and crew, crediting them for the show's success. One crew member, a sound engineer named Ray Kemper, became particularly close with Webb. Kemper was responsible for creating the iconic Dum-Da-Dum-Dum-Dum Dragnet theme song. He based it on a simple 4-note motif that Webb hummed during a brainstorming session. The theme song became a cultural phenomenon, instantly recognizable even today. In post-production, Webb continued to push for realism. He insisted on using actual police radio transmissions in the background of certain scenes, adding another layer of authenticity to the show. Despite its modest beginnings, Dragnet quickly became a cultural touchstone. Its gritty realism and tight storytelling set a new standard for television police dramas. And while the challenges of production were many, the cast and crew of Dragnet persevered, creating a show that continues to resonate with audiences more than 6 decades later.
Terrible, just awful. I feel there's more to this thing, something you're not telling me.
Well, there's no use to upset you until we know a few things for sure.
Then you're...
In the creation of the classic TV show Dragnet, Jack Webb drew inspiration from his involvement in the investigation of the notorious Black Dahlia murder case in Los Angeles during the 1940s. The show's distinct title appeared in the Mark 7 logo sequence, with Webb's own hands dropping the hammer, a symbolic gesture that was repeated in other series produced by him and his company, Mark 7 Productions. Interestingly, in the early days of television, reruns of episodes were often sold into syndication with alternate titles to differentiate them from first-run episodes. For Dragnet, the alternate title badge 714 was used, and some DVD packages still carry this title for certain episodes. This naming convention was also employed in other shows, such as The Andy Griffith Show, which ran as Andy of Mayberry in reruns.
Hey, you and Jack want to take these two downtown? Frank and I will wait for Shumman Small.
Right. See you down there. Here, take the gun.
Dragnet, a groundbreaking 1950s TV series, holds a significant place in film history. This classic brought a new level of realism to television with its gritty portrayal of police work. The show's creator, Jack Webb, who also starred as Sergeant Joe Friday, insisted on authenticity, which led to collaboration with local law enforcement agencies for storylines and procedures. The series' influence extends to future filmmaking, particularly in the police procedural genre. Its innovative use of location shooting, straightforward storytelling, and naturalistic acting laid the groundwork for many successful TV shows and films that followed. The iconic just the facts style of dialogue became a hallmark of the series, often imitated but never truly replicated. Subsequent works inspired by Dragnet include the 1987 film of the same name, which served as a revival and a satire of the original series. The show's impact can also be seen in shows like Law & Order, Hill Street Blues, and NYPD Blue, all of which adopted a similar documentary-style approach to storytelling. In essence, Dragnet revolutionized the way police procedurals were presented on screen, emphasizing realism and attention to detail. Its influence continues to resonate in contemporary film and television, making it a timeless classic that left an indelible mark on the industry.
Well, either he's a great actor or I'm tired. He doesn't strike me as a guilty man.
Well, I'm with you, but what about his record and the mugshot?
In the 1950s television series, Dragnet, the lead character, Sergeant Joe Friday, was a dedicated detective with a memorable catchphrase, just the facts, ma'am. Following in Friday's footsteps, let's delve into some fascinating facts about this classic show. Friday's wife in the series was named Faye, but she remained largely unseen and unheard, as the show focused primarily on Joe Friday's professional life. The series star, Jack Webb, became widely recognized for his portrayal of Friday in Dragnet's 1967 revival. Perhaps one of the most intriguing events in American television history occurred midway through Dragnet's run. A theatrical spin-off was produced, titled Dragnet. This marked two notable firsts: the first time a TV series generated a movie, and the first time a movie spin-off was released while the original series was still airing. This bold move showcased the show's enduring popularity and impact on the entertainment industry.
This one youngster turned out to be a lot quicker than I thought. He really connected.
I guess everybody's heard the story by now.
In the Dragnet TV series from 1951, Jack Webb's character, Joe Friday, used a badge with the number 7 on 14. After Webb's death, this badge number was retired by the Los Angeles Police Department in his honor. The badge originally belonged to Webb's close friend, Lieutenant Dan Cook. Virginia Gregg, a prolific radio actor, made frequent appearances in Dragnet and other shows such as Nightbeat, The Lone Ranger, and many more. Her exceptional range allowed her to play any female character, making her the female equivalent of radio actors like William Conrad, Ben Wright, and Elliott Lewis. The badges and identification cards used in the show were authentic items provided by the Los Angeles Police Department, adding to the series' realism.
In addition to listing the crimes he committed, he also told us there were 6 men in the bunco gang besides himself.
In the early 1950s, the radio program and television series Dragnet ran concurrently, captivating audiences through different mediums. The show's main character, Joe Friday, was portrayed by Jack Webb, who, contrary to popular belief, never spoke the famous line, "Just the facts, ma'am." The actual dialogue was, "All we want are the facts, ma'am." Meanwhile, the character Officer Peter Malloy, played by Martin Milner, made appearances in 4 distinct series: Dragnet, Adam 12, The DA, and Emergency. His portrayal of Malloy in these various shows demonstrates the versatility of his acting skills. Indeed, this classic television series has left an indelible mark on the history of television, with memorable characters and unforgettable dialogues that continue to resonate with audiences today. The show's impact transcended its time, making it a significant milestone in the world of television.
Picked her up at 4th and Bixel and drove her over here. She paid the fare, got out of the cab.
Yeah, go on.
I just pulled away from the curb when I heard a shot. At least it's...
In the early 1950s, The production company of Dragnet owned the police cars used in the show. The first series featured Ford mainline sedans, resembling most police cars of that time, and one of these vehicles is still owned by the city of Fontana. The second series, aired from 1967 to 1970, showcased Ford Fairlane sedans, which were not used by the LAPD for police or detective work. Interestingly, Dragnet was the first American TV series to be imported and shown on TV in the United Kingdom, airing on the channel's second day of broadcast on September 23, 1955. Moreover, future Star Trek creator Gene Roddenberry was one of the many real-life police officers who submitted story ideas for this classic series.
Can't tell you much right now.
What can you tell us, Russ?
Well, I checked the bullets, examined the lands.
In the early 1950s, a significant shift occurred in the TV industry when NBC decided to air Dragnet weekly, canceling the highest-rated show at the time, Gangbusters, which had been running on alternate weeks with Dragnet. This decision was partly due to the sudden death of Barton Yarborough, who played Friday's partner, Ben Romero, in the first season of Dragnet. His death put a strain on the filming schedule, leading to several cast changes until Ben Alexander took over the role of Friday's new partner, Frank Smith, in 1952. The impact of Dragnet was such that Jack Webb, who appeared as Sergeant Joe Friday, was honored with a 44 U.S. commemorative postage stamp in 2009. This stamp was part of the early TV Memories series, highlighting the enduring legacy of this classic TV show. The show's influence transcended its time, leaving a mark on the TV industry and resonating with audiences even today.
Mr. Montrose, this is my partner Frank Smith. My name's Friday. We're from Forgery Detail.
Oh, yes, about that.
In the early 1950s, a television series called Dragnet gained significant popularity. Among the individuals highly esteemed by the show's creator, Jack Webb, was Virginia Gregg, who frequently appeared in supporting roles across the radio, television, and film versions of the police drama. The series underwent changes in its early stages. Barton Yarborough, Friday's first partner, passed away 5 days after shooting the second episode. Barney Phillips had a habit of wetting his lips, which made reaction shots challenging. Meanwhile, Herbert Ellis, who was never meant to be a permanent partner, was quickly let go due to his resemblance to Friday. Interestingly, Ben Alexander, Friday's eventual permanent partner, initially desired to appear in only one episode as a character actor. Dragnet's success led to 2 million selling hit singles in the summer of 1953. Ray Anthony and his orchestra released Dragnet, which reached the second spot on the U.S. pop charts. Additionally, a 3-minute speaking satire titled St. George and the Dragnet was recorded by comedian Stan Freberg, his co-writer Dawes Butler, and June Foray, peaking at number 1 on the charts.
Could you hold that a little?
In the groundbreaking police procedural, Dragnet, the main character, Joe Friday, is known for his no-nonsense approach to law enforcement. His badge number, 714, holds a unique significance as it matches Babe Ruth's career home runs in the major leagues, a number since retired by the LAPD in honor of Jack Webb, the actor who played Friday. The show's episode titles also follow a distinct pattern, with the exception of the first episode of Season 1, The Human Bomb, and the 7th episode of Season 2, The Big 22 Rifle for Christmas. All other episodes begin with the words The Big, creating a consistent naming convention. Contrary to popular belief, Joe Friday never uttered the exact phrase "just the facts, ma'am" in any episode. Instead, he would say, "All we want are the facts, ma'am," emphasizing the show's commitment to realism and detail-oriented storytelling. This catchphrase, though often misremembered, has endured as a cultural touchstone, much like the series itself. The show's influence extends beyond its title, shaping the way police procedurals are presented on television even today. Did Dragnet leave an impression on you or your family? This classic TV series certainly left its mark on the world of cinema. Maybe you found yourself drawn to the suspenseful storylines or the memorable characters. The film's influence can be seen in many subsequent crime dramas, with its realistic approach and attention to detail. Did you notice how this show differed from other TV series of its time? Perhaps you have memories of gathering around the television with loved ones to watch an episode or two. Maybe you even felt inspired to pursue a career in law enforcement or filmmaking because of Dragnet. Whatever your connection to this iconic series, we'd love to hear about it. Share your stories and memories with us. and join the conversation by liking, sharing, and subscribing for more cinematic explorations. Let's celebrate the enduring legacy of Dragnet together.
And he's gone.
Was there any chance that the boy might be down at the firehouse with his father?
No, he seldom was down there.